So it is almost the end of the year. Tomorrow will be 2012 and not 2011. And I kind of wanted to see how I'm going to be next year in comparison to this year. So I have a couple of questions which I'm going to ask myself, and I'm going to answer them this year, and then next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that.
It's February. It's not New Year's anymore. Sorry. I haven't posted on YouTube since the last one of these, so this is your reminder that I exist. It's a reminder for me too. I feel like when I'm not making YouTube videos, I have a much weaker sense of self. This was probably the least online year of my life since I started making these videos when I was like 11. I'm still looking at the tweets. I'm still looking at the TikToks, but I have not been posting. Who am I? What do I look like? What do I sound like? I do not recall.
So let's begin. What is your favorite color?
I'm still in my earth tones era. Last year was moss green. This year, honestly, I've been feeling like beige. I feel like beige is an appropriate color for someone who's lost all sense of self. I used to always say purple, which I feel like communicates like, look at me, I'm here, I exist. Do I?
What is your favorite animal?
Octopus.
What job do you want to have?
I'm a PhD student in cinema and media studies now, so the idea is that I want to be a professor if there are still universities in the US in 5 years.
What do you do often?
I read, I watch stuff, I hang out with my boyfriend. That's about it. I also go for runs and walks, and I cook. Really exciting stuff going on here.
What is your favorite book? What is your favorite movie? What is your favorite television show?
I always do these questions as my favorite media that I watched or read in the past year, not my favorite of all time. Books. I'll start with one of the few non-academic books that I read this year. Ursula Le Guin's Changing Planes is a collection of travel diaries from fantastical other worlds. I love Ursula Le Guin, and this is her at her most playful and charming. Michel Rolfe-Trouillot's Silencing the Past is about how history is created, why we remember some events and not others, with one of the primary examples being the Haitian Revolution, which was largely written out of Western history. And Seb Franklin's book, Control Digitality as Cultural Logic, is one of the most helpful books that I've read this year for my own personal research interests. He looks at the digital era as not just a result of new technologies like the computer, but as a shift in how we think about the world, in which we conceptualize humans and social life as data that can be captured and manipulated. Movies. So I'm in a cinema and media studies program. I research digital media and TV. I don't really work on film, but I am now sometimes a teaching assistant for film classes. I lead discussion sections, so I've been making an effort to watch some of the movies that I feel like my students will think it's weird if I haven't seen. A lot of best of list type stuff. I finally watched The Godfather. The highlight for me was Mulholland Drive. The lists were right about that one. Also Sunset Boulevard. I have to leave. I miscalculated how long it would take me to film this. Okay, I'm back. What question was I on? I loved Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown, which is a surreal Spanish comedy. And I loved The People's Joker, a Batman parody trans coming-of-age memoir with a sprinkle of YouTube video essay. TV, season 2 of The Rehearsal. My last video essay before my hiatus was about pre-flight safety videos, and I feel like I didn't realize at the time that we were right on the cusp of aviation safety having a cultural moment. I liked Pluribus, I liked Severance, I liked Long Story Short, and the most devastating, harrowing artistic experience I had this year was watching season 1 of Beast Games, the Mr. Beast game show. The games are poorly designed, the storylines are poorly crafted, but there's something sublime about it. It feels like watching a force of nature in which all human meaning is rendered irrelevant.
What music have you been listening to?
As always, this part of the video is brought to you by Spotify Wrapped, the most enjoyable way to experience the extraction of your data. My top albums were Pirouette by Model Actress, Portrait of My Heart by Spelling, Glory by Perfume Genius, Forever How Long by Black Country New Road, and Eusexua by FKA Twigs.
How is your life right now?
It's, it's happening. It's continuing. I have exams coming up, so this is a stressful time. Also, the world is bad. In general.
How do you think your life will be at this time next year?
This question is always so annoying to me. I don't like making predictions. Sometimes this is where I do New Year's resolutions. I keep telling myself that I'm gonna make an effort to stop looking at my phone first thing in the morning and last thing at night. So I'm gonna commit to that in this video. By this time next year, I will have stopped doing that. Not tonight, you know, but tomorrow night, or like maybe the night after that, or like, you know, some other time. I think I'll be less stressed at this time next year. Maybe I should like get back into board games. I haven't done that since I moved.
What did you say about that question last year, and were you correct?
I'll still be in LA. I hope I'll feel a bit more settled, both with being a grad student and socially. I wouldn't say I feel settled. Maybe more settled. Maybe a little more settled. I don't think this is a year for feeling settled, just like globally. Other New Year's goals. I do, again, hope to post more next year. That didn't happen at all. I have been starting to get the YouTube itch again, but I haven't had much free time to make a video. I want to consistently read a few pages of a book before bed, which I used to do, and then it got replaced by Twitter and TikTok. I forgot I said that last year. No, I'm still on the phone. And I want to start a habit of writing a little bit every day. That one I've been pretty good about. I miss some days, but I write a little bit most days. That's it. I finally filmed it. See you next year.